morning, Lobos. My name is Fernanda Benda Tobias.
My name is Alfredo Tobias. I am Fernanda's brother.
Today is October 25th, and it's a great day to be a Lobo. Please stand for the pledges and place your right hand over your heart.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. And now news from around the campus. Lobos, make sure you're working on Dreambox Math whenever you get a chance. Remember, don't use a paper or a pencil.
Now students, remember if you're going to PE, make sure you do not wear Crocs. Wear tennis shoes.
Today for lunch they'll be serving Tyson oven fried chicken tenders, chef salad with garlic bread sticks, mashed potatoes, green beans, fresh apple, chilled diced peaches, fresh orange, 1% unflavored milk, fat-free chocolate milk, fat-free strawberry milk, chicken dipping sauce, barbecue sauce, ketchup, brown gravy, and light ranch dressing.
So for Friday next week is already free dress basically because we're wearing Halloween costume because it's Red Ribbon Week. But if you bring cans for 5 or 10, you can do cell phone. Take Friday on that. And Tuesday, if you bring 10, you can do there's movies.
Hey Lobos, it's time for the Pasadena Can Do Food Drive. The contest goes until Monday, November 1st. Our student council has decided on the following prizes. Each week, if students bring 5 cans, they'll receive a wristband for free dress on Friday. Free dress includes leggings, Crocs, and hats. Each week, if students bring in 10 cans, they'll receive a wristband for free dress on Friday and a sticker for Tech Monday during lunch. The winning pod that collects the most cans by weight will receive a pizza party. If we win across the district, the losing assistant principal will be
Duct tape to the wall by the student council. Sounds fun. Cans will be collected by the student council and brought to the front to be placed in the correct team's bin. Students should not drop off cans, but bring them to their homeroom teacher. Homeroom teachers, it will be your responsibility to document the students who bring cans. We will deliver wristbands on Thursday and text stickers Friday afternoon. Let's have fun and show Pasadena that we are Lobos with the biggest hearts. Let the can collecting begin.
Hello Lobos. Today our special guest is my brother.
Good morning.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is again Alfredo Tobias, your brother. Well, I am a medical technologist. I work in a hospital and I essentially run all of the tests that the doctors require to make any diagnosis. Nurses collect the specimens and they take care of the patients at bedside, and they send those samples over to me. I run them in the machine, stick them in there. There are a couple tests that are automated tests, and there are others that require me to look under a microscope. And I've been doing that for a year and a half. Before that, I held numerous other jobs. I was a EMT, I was a pharmacy technician, and iBank donor coordinator. So people that passed away, there's also post-mortem donation. And I think those are about all the jobs that I've had. I hold a bachelor's in biochemistry from the University of Houston, and my associate's is in medical lab technology.
What made you want to be a biochemist?
I have always, since I was a little kid, roughly, I mean, your age before then, a strong interest in sciences. It all, I guess, started with dinosaurs, and then, of course, National Geographic, Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, back when it was, actually educational. But always a very strong interest in the sciences. The sciences are very important, given that they're pretty much responsible for all of the technology, all of the advances that we have today in most, if not all, fields of study.
What's your least favorite part of the job, Alfredo?
My least favorite part of the job. We get specimens that are sometimes really smelly. We get, of course, they're needed for, diagnosing, disease and illness in patients, but we'll get poop and urine, and sometimes they smell really bad just because there's bacteria in them that are causing the illness, and these bacteria produce gases that have scent and odor, and they can be pretty overwhelming and very nasty at times. So that, I would say, is my least favorite part of the job. Sometimes they'll give it to me in a little cup and the lid happens to be broken, so I get the urine all in my hands and I have to switch out gloves and stuff, and that's why they're there. But yeah, urine and poop are not my favorite.
Alfredo, what's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part of the job, my job can be a little bit repetitive. Blood samples, we just grab them and we stick them in the machine and they spit out results. My favorite part is when the doctor orders a specific tests that require me to use my hands and require me to use a microscope. Because then I can observe with the specimen that I obtain, whether it be urine, spinal fluid, we can look for organisms that sometimes move, bacteria, yeast, all of these things. When you see them under the microscope, you just see movement and you see life, and you're like, there's the culprit. So that's a little bit of detective work that I generally like about my job is seeing these little organisms moving. They all have their own life and they're all just doing their thing, doing harm to the human body. And whenever I get to result that, and sometimes it's fulfilling. When I get to use my hands and say, you know what, doc, this is it. I see this little organism moving. That's my stuff. Here, go relay that to the patient.
Alfredo, do you have any plans for the future?
My plans for the future, I don't think I'll stay in the medical lab forever. I definitely have an interest in the many fields that biochemistry can fit me in. All around us, everything is pretty much a chemical, whether it be the coffee that we drink, the deodorant we put on, the shampoo that we use, just the chemical plants that we have out here, the oil refineries. All of these things require biochemists. All of these things are chemicals and require some degree of chemistry. I'll probably look into one of those, but the uses for biochemists are pretty broad.
And finally, Alfredo, do you have any advice for kids my age?
Sure. What you need to realize is that you'll be working the rest of your life, whether we like to or not. So you really want to make sure that you enjoy what you do. You follow your passions, you follow your interests. They say it's best, to not feel like you're at work, that you're doing what you love. I chose the route of studying, and I pursued my bachelor's in biochemistry because I really enjoyed it. However, that is not by any means the only route to find what you really love. For example, I chose the route of education. I chose to pursue my bachelor's in biochemistry because I really enjoyed it. But you still need a job, and thankfully I was fortunate enough to find a job that I enjoy. But not all jobs require such extensive education. Most jobs that are really needed today don't require, a bachelor's. If I had any advice, it would be to look into these other jobs that require less schooling but still pay very well, more like technical schools that land you directly into a job right away, because they tend to pay very well. You don't rack up the debt that you accumulate with attending a major university. Again, it's fine if you want to attend a university just to get the education. It is a long-term investment, but it's not really, most of the times it's not really required. You can find plenty of jobs out there that you can thoroughly enjoy and skip the extensive schooling. My advice, do your research, see what all different jobs are available out there, how much they pay, because whether we like to admit it or not, we all want a good paying job for our time, which is, in my opinion, the most valuable asset is our time and our health. But take all of these things into account, do your own research, look into what jobs are out there, how much they pay, and see if you can squeeze your way early, and then you move up within that field, and you just move up and up and up. So my advice, do your research, look into the many jobs out there. An education as extensive as mine, the traditional 4 years bachelor's, shouldn't be taken lightly. It is a long-term investment, and see if it lines up with your long-term goals. There are plenty of jobs out there that pay very well and don't always require the extensive education. But do your research, and again, find what it is that makes you happy while you're working, and good luck finding it. Our joke for the day, ready? Why don't people like Dracula?
Why?
He's a pain in the neck.
And now it's time for the guidelines to success. As Lobos, we will
Lead by example,
encourage positive relationships,
achieve our full potential,
and develop habits and skills. Lobos lead the pack.
There we go.
I'm going to throw.